All right, looking for that internship, that summer job, that sort of stepping stone to a career? Let's find out how to actually do it. My guest, Jeanne Branthover, an expert in the world of jobs, managing director, Boyden Global Executive Search, and head of the Global Financial Services Practice. Jeanne, welcome to Bloomberg.
Thank you.
So you're saying that internships are the in thing. Were they ever the out thing? I mean, internships, are they just much more serious now?
Well, you know what? They used to be called summer jobs.
Yeah, that's so like 20th century, right?
It's now internships, but it's more than that, really. It's trying to find everything on your resume that makes sense for your future. And it really makes companies look at someone from a very young age and say, how soon did this person find their passion? How did they really organize their life so that they did something during the summer that showed they were self-motivated, showed they cared, showed they were hardworking, but more importantly, was it a real job or was it just making money?
Well, you make that distinction, right? Because the idea that companies now, they don't want you to just kind of hold a place during the summer. They want you to actually really do some work.
They want, not only do they want you to do some work, they want you to add value. And they are not looking at you as a student, but they're really looking at you as an employee, that there's a project to do while you're here, and we expect it to be done, completed, and worthwhile that we can give to management or execute.
What's the market like? I mean, we'll talk about graduate business school, but what about just the market for internships and summer jobs,
right.
Just to be quaint about it?
The good news is, compared to last summer, it's a lot better. It's also, companies are paying internships. Last year, some companies paid, some companies did not pay, and a lot of young people really wanted to be in a job versus not in a job at all. So they needed something on their resume. So they took internships that they could learn and do well but not get paid. This year, especially since the government is looking at cracking down on people that are taking advantage of not paying for interns, so therefore internships are highly paid now, as far as people are getting, whatever money, but getting paid for doing an internship.
And are you seeing this across the board in all industry groups?
We're seeing it in all industry groups and internationally as well as domestically. So some friends of mine's kids are actually going to France and other parts of the world to do internships with small companies, large companies, entrepreneurial companies, all sizes, because particularly for smaller companies, they find they don't want to hire full-time. So having several, summer interns that are smart from good schools with high GPAs and good personalities, it really fills in for what could be a full-time person for a period of time.
Now, we're kind of talking about this as if this is an internship in between different years of college, but you make the point that in a sense, you've got to start early. You've got to start in high school.
Well, I had my kids in 10th grade working during the summer. It really shows a lot about the kid, but let's not forget there are so many young people that did work all during high school, but they didn't really focus on what they should be doing. It was more, I need to get, some money to be able to go on a date or whatever, buy a dress. But now it's really much more focused. Unfortunately, we're starting very young, showing people that looking at their career and knowing what they want to do from age 15 is important. But this summer internship and summer jobs is something that is sort of molding them for the future.
What about some of the tactics that people who are looking for jobs need to be aware of? You mentioned things like LinkedIn or putting your resume up online. What are some of the tricks of the trade?
The real hot thing that really has changed in our world, Boyden, as far as executive search, is the LinkedIn, having that tool. It has become something that everybody should be on, whether you're in college, whether you are, 20 years of experience. It's where all employees, all headhunters, and individuals are looking at each other to network and to really find or fill our job.
All right, we've kind of gone through the food chain a little bit, talking about high school, talking about college, university. What about the graduate right now? Is there a lack of jobs available for those exiting business school?
The good news is it is, again, better than it was last year. The bad news is we still have a good amount of unemployed, experienced, good, qualified candidates out there. So a graduate student is competing against someone who's got years of experience, that is valuable experience, and willing to take not as much money as they had been making previously. So when you look at that person, and then you look at a recent graduate school student, clearly looking for decent money, but with no experience other than maybe internships, it's a hard decision for a company to make. Do we go with the rising star, or do we go with the experienced possibly still rising star for the same amount of money.
Has the financial crisis that we've all managed to live through, has it changed what companies are looking for in terms of either graduate students or internships? Are there different roles?
I think not only are they different roles, but I think they are looking much more at who are you? Who is this person? Are they hardworking? Are they dedicated? Are they loyal? And are they mature for their age? If we went through another crisis, would this person be someone who could handle it? Or is this someone who would just fold up and literally not add value because of being worried? So they are evaluating people and candidates as the whole you, not just what can you do, how smart are you, what can you do analytically, but it's really the whole package that they're looking for now.
What about if you can't find that great internship or you can't find that job? Is there an alternative?
It doesn't mean stay home and hang out with your friends, which I think my kids think that they should be doing, but it means there is the entrepreneurial route to go, which every single organization thinks highly of. I have someone in my office, we were talking about this, and she is a friend that couldn't find a job, couldn't find any kind of employment, and came up with a car detail company and did so well during a summer job that after he graduated, he became full-time doing detailing of cars, and he's now running a company that's doing very well.
So no need to just sit home and relax. If you can't get the job you want, go out and make the job.
Go out and make the job. And remember one thing, what do people need? What kind of service, what kind of product? Doesn't mean you have to spend money to do it. It just means you have to have a good idea and execute it.
I want to thank you very much, Jeanne Branthover, Managing Director, Boyden Global Executive Search, the head of the Global Financial Services Practice.
Thank you.